Hello all, welcome to part 10 of Extend Reports training series. In this session, I'm going to explain and practically demonstrate creating tests in Extend Reports and showing their test execution results in the report. Okay. So in the previous session, I generated an Extend report with the help of Spark Reporter, but that report was blank. There were no tests mentioned in that particular generated report. But if you want to mention any tests in that generated Extend reports, what is the process? Here we are not talking about creating the test automation scripts, okay? Creating the automation tests or something. Here we are talking about creating the tests in Extend reports, okay? Based on the code that is available in the project, we have to create the test in the Extend reports, guys, okay? Then only we can depict the test in the Extend reports. So how to depict the test in the Extend reports and show their results in the Extend reports, generated Extend reports is all about this session, okay? That all will be covered in this session. So I will be practically demonstrating how to create the test in Extend reports, guys, okay? Not in the projects, okay? And showing their execution results in the report, generated report, okay? So let's get started here. So this is in the previous session, this is the code, guys, we have written already, okay? So this is a sample code from the previous session where we have generated a basic blank Extend report without any tests using Spark Reporter, okay? There were no tests. There we are getting a blank report without any tests in the represented in the report. I'll run it again for you. So you can see that here, guys, under this project, I'll refresh this project once. I'll refresh the project using Extend report. I'll delete this folder once. Okay. So this is a project, guys. So under this project, now there is no Extend reports folder. Under the project, a Extend reports folder will be automatically created. Under that, ereport.html will be created. This is nothing but the Extend report. In that Extend report, using the Spark reporter, we are generating the report, but it is a blank report. Okay, it'll show that. There are no tests mentioned in the report. It is a blank report, guys. After running that, you will see that. So it got run. Now refresh the project, guys. Refresh the project. And you will see here Extend reports got created, folder got created under that e-report. If I open this manually, the web browser, you will see that it is a blank report. Okay, there are no tests here. You see, tests are zero here. Okay, so if you go to the analytics, nothing is there. Zero test pass, zero test fail. It is a blank report. This okay, blank empty report. You can say. But what if you want to depict some tests inside the Extend report? If you want to show some tests in the Extend report and show the status of the results of that execution of the test, like pass, fail, skip, like that, then what we have to do? So before going there, let me do something, guys. Okay, so you see, if you have seen me running this code, this report has been generated, but it's not opened automatically. First, let's open that automatically, guys. Okay, for that we'll use some Java code, guys. Desktop dot get desktop. Okay, this is from Java, guys. Okay, dot browse, and here I need to provide the URI. You see, I need to provide the URI, but here I have the file. Here I have the report, but not the URL. This is not the URL, guys. It is a file. So I'll convert this file into URI. Okay, file dot URI. Okay, to URI like this. Okay, now hover the mouse and say you have to surround with try catch blocks in reality, but for now, just make the code look simple and just ignoring the exception. Okay, by using throw statement here. This one, okay, once the report is generated, this statement from Java will automatically open this. You don't have to right click open with the web browser. You don't have to do manually, guys. I'll delete this again. I'll delete this folder and report again. This time you see, guys, the folder will be created, the report will be generated, ereport.html will be with the given name will be created under the folder, and this statement will automatically open the report for us. Okay. So here, make sure you see in the Chrome browser, there is no report available. In the default browser, it will open, guys. Okay, whatever the default browser in your computer machine, in the default browser, automatically the generated Extend report will be opened. You see, I didn't do anything, guys. You see, it got automatically opened. It is blank still. But here, I want to depict some tests and show them as pass, fail, skip, or whatever it is. How to do that? In order to do that, here, before flushing the reports, before flushing these reports, you have to add something here. You have to write extend dot extend dot, using the object reference of this extend reports, you have to say extend dot create test. Okay, create test, and you have to give the test name. Let's say the test name is test1. Test1 is the test. Okay, once you create this create test will return you some object of the extend test. Okay, this extend test is also from extend reports. Here I'll say e-test, that is extend test. Over the mouse and say create local variable extend test. Automatically it will come. Now using this object reference of the extend test, okay, after you create the test, so here you are creating the test in the report, not in the project. Okay, this creation of the test is done in the report, guys. We are creating the test in the report. We are depicting the test in the report, not in the project. Okay, here there is no automation test, but here we are creating a sample test. Okay, even though there is no actual automation code written for any test, but still we are depicting some sample test for the report purpose, guys. This test will be created only for the report purpose. Okay, for representing the report. Okay, e-test dot. What I have to do? For example, I want to pass this particular test. So what I will do, I will say pass. And here there are overloaded methods. I'll go with string details, pass. I'll just mention some statement saying test1 passed. Okay, like this. Now, if I put a semicolon here, if I run this code, this time what will happen? The report will be created and a test will be created in the report, not here. A test will be created in the extend report and that test will be shown as a result as passed with this particular message. Let's run this code and see the report. Previous report was a blank report where no tests were there in the extend report. Now this time you will see an extend report generated and you see there is one test with the given name test1, whatever the name we given in the code, the test1 is coming and it's said as pass and test1 pass message is coming here. Okay. And you can see the analytics, only one test pass and nothing got failed, and here are the results. Now what I will do here is I want one more test. I want to create one more test. So here I'll say e-test1. Okay, better, because I'm going to create one more test. Extend dot create test. Again, create test. I'm creating another test, guys. Here I'll name this test as test2. Test2 I'll say. Okay, test2. And again, this will return me an object of the extend test. I'll say e-test2. E-test2 is equal to over the mouse and say create local variable extend test. And simply say e-test2 dot fail. Okay, fail, and provide the message. Test2 passed. Okay, test2 passed. Done. Okay. So, sorry, this is failed, right? So I have to write failed here. Okay, test2 failed. And now I want to create one more test. I don't want to waste time. So let me create one more test which gets skipped. Here I'll create test3. Okay, I am representing 3 tests in the extend report to be represented in the extend report. One of them I am passing in the report. One of them I am failing in the report. One of them I'm going to skip in the report. Okay. So I'll say e-test3 is equal to extend test and e-test3 dot skip. Okay, e-test3 dot. Lot of things are there. Okay, which we are going to discuss in the later sessions. For now, fail, pass, and skip are something we are going to use. There's something known as log also that I'm going to show in the same section. E-test dot skip. For now, skip. So, yeah. So, test3 skipped. Okay, test1 got passed, test2 got failed, test3 got skipped. Okay, I'm writing skip right here. Here pass, extend test dot pass, extend test dot fail, extend test dot skip. So there are 3 tests. Okay, so here earlier only one test was represented in the report. Now 3 tests got represented in that. One is going to pass, one is going to fail, one is going to skip. Let's see that in action. Right click, run as Java application. Here report will be automatically opened because of the last statement here, desktop.getDesktop from Java. You see now 3 tests got represented in the report. Okay, because of that create test method. Okay, from extend reports, we are able to create these 3 tests in the report case. Okay, not in the project. Test1, test2, test3, and first one got passed. Test1 got passed. Second one got failed. Test2 got failed. Skip. Test3 got skipped. Okay, like this, we can generate the report. Done. Okay. Now, is this the only way for passing the test, or is there any other way? there is another way also, okay? That is, instead of saying .pass, I'll comment this out, guys. I'll comment that so that you can compare. You can also say etest1. Instead of saying directly pass, you can say log dot etest dot log off. Here, just go with this one, guys, okay? The third one, status string details, okay? In the status, you can write status dot pass, okay? Like this also, you can pass the test, guys. Here, you have to provide a message saying test1 got passed. So which one is simple? Line 26 is simple or line 27 is simple? Obviously, line 26 is simple because directly you are saying pass and then test got passed. Here you have to mention log, in that you have to say status.pass and then test1 got passed, like that, okay? Both will result in the same thing. But thing is, this one is a simpler version. This one is a lengthy version, okay? But this log has more statuses, okay? Apart from pass, skip, fail, this status has more things like pass, skip, fail, warning, info, like that. Many things are there, guys, okay? So I'll explain about that later. But for now, you see, I'm showing you another way of passing the test in the report, okay? Instead of writing etest.pass of test1 got passed, you can write etest1.log of status.pass, test1 got passed also. The same thing we can repeat for fail also, guys. We can write etest2 dot log of, just take this and say status.fail, and here write down test2, same message you can repeat here, okay? Test2 got failed, and put a semicolon at the end. So this is a simpler version. This is a more customized version, you can say, but this one is a better way, okay? People feel like this rather than like this, okay? And to skip also, there is the same process we have to follow. That is, I'll comment this out and say etest3 dot log of status dot skip, and here I'll write down the same comment, that is test3 got skipped. Test3 got skipped. Put a semicolon here. That's it. Now you see the same thing happening, guys. Okay, you will get the same report, same type of report, where first test will be passed, second test will be failed with the same message, third test will be skipped with the same message. Okay, this is a simpler process, this is a lengthy process and customized process. You can say anything you can use, guys, in real time. That's okay, up to you. Let's see how it goes. Okay, a report will be generated and automatically opened because of the last statement. You see test1, test2, test3, still test1 is passed. Other way is also working. Log, using the log method also we are able to fail the test. Using the log method we are able to pass the test. Using the log method we are able to skip the test. Okay, fine. Now the other things about the log is, okay, so you have pass, fail, skip. So we can also do something like this, okay? etest3, only for one of the tests I am doing this. etest3 dot log of, or we'll do one thing. I'll comment this out and show you practically for only one test, okay, rather than doing this for everything. Okay, so only for one test it will be enough. So here also I'll comment only for the one test. So I'll show you other ways of logging. Okay, status.pass. Under the log we have given status.pass, status.fail, status.skip. Are there any other statuses apart from this pass, fail, skip? Let's find it out. Okay, so I'll say etest1 test1 dot log of. Here I'll say status dot instead of fail, pass, skip, I have something known as info, only for providing the information, guys. Okay, something is happening in your code that you want to mention. It's just an information. As an info means you're giving some extra information. So you can write any number of log statements with this info, because information is always required. Okay, Chrome browser got launched, something. Okay, Chrome browser got launched, something, some demonstration purpose. I'm adding some dummy statements here. Don't take it seriously. Chrome browser got maximized. Okay, this is a sample example. You can read it. Okay, if you have real automation script in action, you would have written this kind of logs. Okay, valid product got searched. Okay, etest1 dot log of different logs. I am saying only for single test I am providing this many info logs. Okay, this happens in real time, guys. Okay, where you have an automation script and you have to display different, based on your automation script you have to do a running commentary kind of thing, and this running commentary has logs you want to see in the report. Okay, so for that reason you will use generally info logs, information kind of logs. valid product got displayed in search results. Okay, search results. Finally, I'll say this is fine. etest1.log of status.info. Here I'll say browser got closed. Okay, browser got closed. Okay, some set of log statements I am writing for a demonstration purpose, guys. It's not real thing. I'm not using them realistically, but for now, just for demo to show you how the info logs will appear in the reports. Okay, I'm going to only one test will be there. Remaining everything is commented. So test 2 and test 3 will not come. Only test 1 where all the logs will come. Okay. So we'll see that in action now. Right click, run as test Java application. You will see the report will be created in that. Only one test will be created in the extend report, and that will have all the logs. Okay. You see only one test, test 1. And by default, it is pass, guys. By default, it is pass. And we have all the info logs. You see all the information logs. If nothing is failing, then automatically it will be passed, right? Info means only information. So it will pass the test. Information will not do anything to the test. So by default, the test will pass. Okay. By default, the test will pass. So since information logs are only there, the test got passed. If you have other things like I'll explain about the log levels in the next session, guys. Okay, in the next session, I'll explain about the different log levels. But info logs will look like this: info. Chrome browser got launched. Chrome browser got maximized. Valid product got search. Valid product got displayed in search results. Browser got closed. Everything. All the info logs got displayed here. Okay. Sometimes there may be situation where. Sometimes there may be some situation where. Okay, you need to display some warning messages. Okay, so it's not error. You cannot fail the test. Neither you can pass the test, neither you can fail the test. You have to give some warning saying that this test is not purely passed. It has some warning. Okay, etest1 dot log of, okay, status dot warning. Okay, you have to say warning and provide some message here. Some warning. Okay, some warning saying that alignment of the button doesn't look good. Okay, I'm not failing the test. Okay, button can be better, maybe more way, can be better. Okay, alignment of the button on the page can be better. This is a warning only. It doesn't mean it is failing. Warning means it's a warning. Okay, it's neither pass, it's neither fail, but there is a something that need to be improved in the test. Then you can apart from info, you can use warning, guys. Okay, here we have 5 infos and 1 warning. Let's see what will happen. Run the code. The test extent report will be generated, and you see here this time, since there is 1 warning and remaining all info, if only info were there, here pass used to come, but here there is 1 warning, so it's giving the status of the test as warning. Okay, so status of the test cannot be info, but if there is some warning, then warning will come. Okay, it's neither passing neither failing, but there is a test which is having a warning. Okay, but there is a test which has a, you see, neither passing neither failing, but it has a warning. Okay, there is a warning test. Okay, so these are the older ones. This is the latest one. Okay, this is the latest. Okay, so that is what is warning, guys. Different levels of logs are there. One is info, one is warning, other one is pass, another one is fail, another one is skip. Like that, many 5 levels of warning, 5 levels of log status are there. Depending on our needs in our real automation scripts, Selenium automation scripts, or any other tool automation scripts, we'll be using this log levels from the extent reports. Okay, to be displayed in the, to represent the results in the extent reports. Okay, for the respective tests as they are generated. Okay, fine. So I showed you all, okay, the practical demonstration of tests in the extent report and showing their execution results. There are multiple ways, like for pass, fail, skip, there are different ways, but along with the pass, fail, skip, this log method has other kind of log levels, like pass, fail, skip are also comes under log levels. Apart from that, we have warning and info also. I practically demonstrated that for you. But in the next session, I'm going to take it further, where I'm going to explain about the log levels in extent reports. What comes first? Okay, when you have multiple logs for the single test, then which one will be considered, which one will be given priority, and what will be the status of the test in the report. Okay, when you have multiple log levels for a single test. Okay, all those things I'm going to cover in the next session. Okay, Fine. So hope guys you understood how to create the tests in the extent reports, not in the automation project or Java project or something. Creating the tests in the extent report, showing the test in the extent report, how to do that. So create tests using the create test method of the extent reports, we can do that. And how to show their execution results in the generated report, either by using the extent test dot direct statements like pass, fail, skip, or by using the log methods and Status.PASS, Status.FAIL, Status.Skip, Status.Warning, Status.Info, like that. Multiple ways are there for showing the execution results in the generated report. Okay. So that's all for this session. In the next session, I'm going to cover another topic on extent reports for you. Till then, see you. Bye bye.